YouTube. It's your boy, Mr. Outliner. I'm back. Look, I'm doing a mohawk tutorial for y'all today. I get excited to do haircuts like this. I mean, the normal taper fade, bald fade, that's cool, but that's like muscle memory. But when I get a canvas like this, it allows me to, use my skill and be creative. That's why sometimes I don't put out like a lot of videos, because, man, I've been putting out bald fade videos and low bald fades and drop fades, and I've been putting all that out already. So this haircut was something for me. So first thing you want to do is you want to try to shape it in the form of a mohawk, right? And once you do that, then you want to come, I got my 2-guard here, and then I want to start making a guideline into that form of a mohawk also. So you kind of wanted to go round, up and above the ear, around to the back, right? And once you do that, you still just kind of keep molding and shaping the hair into a mohawk. Now, this is just to debulk the sides so we can just get a clear view of what's underneath all the hair that's been grown out. So this is what I did. It's other steps you can take, but these are the steps that I took in order to get her hair prepared for the mohawk. We turn her around. We do the exact same thing. So remember, we're gonna debulk the side, kind of cut it in the form of a mohawk. You can kind of see where I'm shaping it already, like this and that. So this is what we want to do. And again, the purpose of this is so we can see what's underneath all the hair that's been grown, so we can have better control when we're getting ready to fade. So next thing, she didn't want it bald on the side, so I have my clipper, I have the lever open, right? So this is about a half. It's real close to the skin, but it's not bald. And I continue to make another guideline that's really close, so I can begin the mohawk, the fading process, right? So this is the first guideline. You do the same thing on both sides. So once you get that in place, you want to come back. I got my 1-guard here, and I just want to come up above the last guideline that we did. I want to come up a little bit above it, an inch or so, half an inch, whatever. It depends on the shape of the head, and exactly how you want the mohawk to be formed. Like, do you want it wide? Do you want it narrow? So that kind of makes a difference also. So I come with my 1-guard. It's open. I close it probably halfway just to make sure I get that transition. Then after that, I come with my 0-guard, and I try to clean up that bottom guideline, that one that we made prior to this one. We want to knock out the bottom of that. And you can kind of see the mohawk already starting to come into play, right? And I'm using the corner of the blade. I know it's a hard angle. I didn't realize I didn't have the camera up high enough, but I'm using the corner of the blade, and you just keep working. If you're looking at my hand and my wrist, it's just working, right? I'm steadily going up. I'm combing the hair down, and I'm steadily going against the grain, right? So the mohawk is already coming together the way that I want. The fade is coming out nicely. Now, once we get it faded the way we want to, we want to freehand and take our clipper. Be careful if you're not comfortable using your clipper freehand. Use some shears, and you can do the same thing. But we want to continue shaping. I use clip over comb to kind of get the hair off in the front. This is the molding process while fading also. So you have to keep in mind the mohawk is a molding thing, right? You have to shape it just right, and it's to the person's facial structure and head shape. Every mohawk is not the same, created the same. You dig what I'm saying? Like, the steps are the same, but where you put your guidelines and stuff like that, all of that is different. So once you do that side, turn her around, and we do the exact same thing on this side, right? Again, I come back with my one guard, lever halfway open. I go up a little bit more above that guideline, just like we did on the other side, and I continue fading. The reason why I'm showing you this side a little bit also, I'm not going to show you everything, but I wanted you to see that I'm using the corner of my blade, and so you can get a better look. But I'm turning my wrist at an angle, and I'm turning the blade at an angle, and you can see how I'm using the corners here. You see that? So using the corners helped me get a better blend, and I don't make lines when I'm doing it. So that's why I recommend using the corner of the blade. Now, once we're done with the side, we want to continue shaping and molding. You see this? We kind of want to bring it in because we don't want it to look like a flat top, right? So you want to bring the sides in some and stuff like that, right? You see me cutting it at an angle because I don't want it to look like a flat top. The clipper that I'm using these are my favorite clippers right now, and these are the Sabre clippers. This is the new Sabre clipper by Stylecraft and Gamma, right? The reason why I like them because they just cut so smooth. For people who not familiar with the brand, and you know the brands that's been around forever, like Andis and Wahl, right? This would be a hybrid of the Magic Clip and the Masters combined. These two, if them two had a baby, it would be these, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I love them, right? They lightweight, they powerful, you know, they get that good blend. You can hear that crunch when you cutting, like, bro, these is top of the line. Now, it costs a couple dollars. It don't cost you a couple dollars, but I promise you, you ain't gonna really need nothing else. Just some trimmers and you good. And the battery life lasts a long time also. So now I'm doing my lineup, and I got my Flex trimmers right here, I think, or maybe these my Sabres. I'm not sure. I can't see it. But I'm doing my lineup, and she wanted it boxed, and I just kind of take my time with the lineup. I'm not like in a rush to do the lineup. The lineup is the most important part when you're creating your seat cups and all that stuff. I suggest that, you know, you take your time with that, and then you kind of V-shape it in the back to give it more of a mohawk look also from the back. So look, you see that the mohawk came out good. The blend is nice. Turn around, do the same thing on this side, right? So we use the corner of the blade to make our line sharp also when we doing lineups. That's a whole nother thing. The corner of the blades is always gonna be the sharpest, especially when you're dealing with trimmers. So if you're wondering why sometimes you're not getting a sharp look, it's because you're not using the corner. You know what I mean? You can use the middle of it, it's gonna do something, but using like that 1/4 of the blade to the left or to the right, oh shoot, you gonna get the look you're looking for, right? So I brushed the hair down, I analyzed the edge up. Now you see right there in the middle, her hair doesn't grow all the way down, so I decided to start working from the thickest point of her hair, which was in the corners where I started at, right? And it took me a little time to just balance everything out, but eventually I got it. You don't have to push it back. You see I'm not pushing it back. I'm staying underneath that because it doesn't need to go back, because her hairline actually goes up, like up to the middle of her head, like, you know what I'm saying? And this other part is down. So you see me starting from the corners because that's where the hair is. And I can make it kind of meet in the middle after that, right? This is how I decided to do this particular lineup. Not saying that every lineup that you're gonna do is gonna be like this, but for this particular haircut and the way her line was naturally formed, this is what I got. So now I start asking, did she want some off the top, some more, because I wanted to do some more shaping. She showed me a picture of what her old barber did, and her old barber cut different than I do. Let's say that, you know what I mean? Because barbering is art and it's an art to it. I don't never knock a barber. I'm not even saying the haircut was bad. I'm just saying, I'm not in the business of knocking other barbers, right? I just be like, if they ask me, damn, did they mess me up? I'd be like, shit, everybody cut different. That's my answer 95% of the time, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want you to feel like, oh, I'm talking about another barber. I've been there, done that. I have good days, bad days, just like anybody else, right? So I kind of try to keep that to, man, we all on the same team type stuff, right? But anyway, this is the haircut. This is the mohawk. Hope y'all learned something. I just be dropping jewels on y'all sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta listen instead of like looking at everything I'm doing. Sometimes you just need to listen so you can pick up on the knowledge what I'm putting down. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the end of the haircut. But don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. You know how we do it. Until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. I'm out.